Have you ever walked into a space and just felt like, this feels expensive, or, ooh, I feel like I belong here? That is by design, and it's because of something called neuroaesthetics. Let's talk about it. There is an actual science behind why certain environments and brand systems make people feel calmer, more confident, and more drawn in. And there's a reason why certain brands and spaces repel people. Neuroaesthetics is a science of how we perceive beauty and why certain visuals feel compelling. There's actual scientific research about this. I read the paper in Scientific America, and it describes how our visual processing system shapes what we feel about what we see. It's the of how the brain perceives beauty and why certain places feel satisfying or safe or premium or right. It's not about preference. It's all tied to attention, emotion, reward, and meaning making in a space. Beauty often behaves as a predictable brain response to patterns, and the aesthetic experience is a blend of three systems working together. First of all is sensory motor, what we see and how we physically orient to it. This is like the visual consistency in a space. System 2 is the emotion and evaluation system, which is how rewarding does this place feel? Does it feel pleasurable, calming, or exciting? And System 3, which is the one we can really influence through branding, is meaning and knowledge. What it means, is their status, is their identity, is their story? Are there any cultural cues? Are there any personal memories that come up when I come into this space? Crafting the right response to a brand or environment is what we do best at AF Marketing, because if one of these systems feel off, people feel friction and it actually repels them from wanting to be in your space. And think about it, anything that we do, any business that we work with, whether it's multifamily, hospitality, or a service-based business, if someone's coming into your space, you want them to feel calm, happy to be there, like everything's working well in their brain, because when you have that, you have a happy customer. When anyone walks into a space, the brain is scanning for order versus chaos, or signal versus noise, threat versus safety, or effort versus ease. An elevated design wins when it reduces cognitive load and increases emotional reward, meaning we're not making our customer work very hard to figure out what's going on. Again, this is not about taste or preference. This is about how our brain responds to design. Think of it this way. We know that symmetrical design and balance really gives our brain a break and makes things feel safe. Certain visual principles also give the brain an aha moment or a pay attention moment, and all those things feel rewarding, just a little hit of dopamine. When visuals click, the logo and the typography matches the interior design and the exterior design and the color palette, everything feels satisfying. And the brain says, this place is for me. Our approach is to work strategically in branding so we amplify the right things and trigger the right responses. And we actually did this brilliantly at a project in Berkeley. It's called Peak. It's a student housing project. And we love Peak because there's a play on words like the peak of your academic excellence, or take a peek, or reach the peak. So satisfying and just such a fun little play on words. The best brands create curiosity, intrigue, they reveal a little bit, they invite you in. We are not designing for trends. We are designing for the human nervous system, for clarity, belonging, desire, and trust. So whether it's multifamily or student housing, hospitality, or mixed use, we are building brands and experiences that help people thrive in the space, help them feel connected and welcomed home.